First ride, bike tour, Decathlon Rockrider ADVT. Short overnight trip. 2 times 70 kilometers in southern Denmark. All packed up. Total bike weight, 44 kilos. This bike is stable as a rock. Drives nicely. Changes made before riding off. Handlebar grips, seat and stem. Update after the first real test ride. The trip didn't end up being exactly 2 times 70 kilometers as planned, but I got enough kilometers in to see how the Decathlon Rockrider Touring 900 ADVT and the setup perform. Here is my evaluation. Overall performance. Highly stable and handles like a solid touring rig. Riding it right after my old RAAM hybrid crossbike, the difference is huge, mostly due to the frame stiffness. It feels incredibly solid. Adjustable stem. Replace the stock stem with an adjustable one to get a more upright riding position. The original position was too low, giving me reach issues and causing neck and shoulder pain. I need to sit more upright to prevent strain on my neck, so this change was necessary. Gearing and ratio. The stock gearing, 32T front, 45 or 46T largest cog rear, is fine for a fully loaded bike on inclines up to around 10%. However, on steeper hills, the lowest gear isn't low enough. If I were touring in mountainous countries, I would change the crankset to smaller chainrings, going down to a 22T for the smallest one. For flat terrain like Denmark, the stock setup is perfectly fine. Tires, original Schwalbe. These stock tires offer great puncture resistance due to the thick layer of rubber, but it limits the comfort. Because the rubber is so stiff, letting air out doesn't cushion the ride as much as it would on other tires. It feels like a harder ride, but it's just something to get used to. Dynamo hub. Having integrated lights powered by the hub is excellent. Just hop on and ride without worrying about charging batteries. The setup also includes a USB port connected to the hub for charging a power bank, which I haven't tested yet but will on a later trip. Grips, Ergon GP5. Moved these over from my old bike. The large bar ends make a huge difference, allowing me to change hand positions and prevent wrist fatigue. Saddle, Cell Royal, looking relaxed. Finding the right saddle is critical for me, as I easily get sore. This one has performed really well. Great comfort from the first kilometer. Frame bag, Decathlon 9 liters. A positive surprise. Moving my water bottles to the handlebar area means this bag takes up the frame triangle, and it doesn't bother my legs at all while riding. It works great, especially when riding without front bags. Top tube bag, using the dedicated Decathlon bag, but it is simply too small. The magnetic closure is fine, but I would prefer one twice the size. Mirror, I am currently using a cheap mount that takes up too much handlebar space, and I want to switch to a bar end version. However, riding my old bike without a mirror made me realize I absolutely will not ride without one anymore for traffic safety. Kickstand. The center-mounted kickstand works perfectly and is very solid, but it is also heavy and adds noticeably to the overall weight of the bike. What are the first modifications you made to your touring bike to customize it for longer trips? Did you keep the stock setup, or did you also have to change things like the stem or handlebar to get the right comfort for your neck and shoulders? Would love to hear your experiences.